You want a mic for him? Test, 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 test.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to all our friends in South Florida, New York City, LA, San Francisco. Tough day today, tough day. Tough day all the way around, tough to talk, tough to do this. We're a little late because of it.
But we're here.
But we are here and we continue to go and grow. And I heard last night that you saw the worst of mankind last night, and today you're going to witness the best of mankind. We just have to stick together. We got to get this thing fixed. That's all I got to say. I know every talk jockey in the world since 6 o'clock this morning has been using this on their radio platform. I think enough has been said. It's time to do something about it.
And we never talk politics. We never talk religion. However, this is not politics. This is not cross-party lines. This is non-partisan. This is children and families. And I never voice an opinion on anything, but this is not even the right to bear arms. This is the right of protection. And our children should be able to go to school safe. Families should be able to send their children to school knowing that they're okay. My daughter is a teacher, and they're all in a state of panic. And then there was another false alarm today at another school, and everyone goes up in arms. This is not even protecting your, this is not the right to bear arms. This is unconstitutional.
It's a good thing you're not going to give us an opinion.
You know why? Because this is our children, and this is our families, and there is nothing more valuable than the sanctity of your family.
But the problem is, and we're going to have an attorney on set who's somebody.
Oh, see? You didn't even know we were going to talk law.
But the problem is that you cannot invade your constitutional rights, and I get that. I was a constitutional major at NYU. I understand that.
You were that too?
Yes, I was. I can show it to you. It's on my degree. But the bottom line is here, an AK-15, is that what it's called? 14? Whatever that rifle? 15?
AR-15.
AR-15 is a military weapon. So you know what? Military weapons should not be held in the hands of people. I'm sorry. And just keep it out of their hands, and we don't have, that's the first thing I'm grinding about. The second thing is that this young man who is disturbed was in the hands of the FBI. And they let him go because he was deemed angry but not crazy. So I'm going to blame the entire system, not about guns and NRA and all of this, I'm going to blame the system. It is why we have Mental Mondays. And people are going to scream at me.
Mental Health Awareness Mondays. We don't have Mental Mondays. We have
Mental Mondays. I'm going to tell you, that's a Mental Monday going on.
Mental Health Awareness Days. But when we called this segment, when we started it, we knew it was an enormous platform, and the platform grows. And Sarah Finkelstein-Wolf's platform on finding appropriate housing for those that need it, again, we have to find appropriate housing, because what happens? And not just this gentleman, there are very many people that need help, and they need to find resources. And I reached out to Danielle Hartman today. It's the luncheon at JFS, and it's all about mental health awareness. And they have very reasonable prices on psychologists, on therapists, and you can reach them at 561-852-3333. People are posting all of their services online. The hardest part is talking to your kids.
Well,
And all you can do is be truthful. You have to be truthful.
Well, the bottom line here is if you can put in billions of dollars to build a wall, you know what? Let's take some of that money and put it into what we really need.
See, politics aside, because you and I don't always agree on that.
We don't.
And this is non-political. This is just safety.
The bottom line here, my resolution to this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack, my resolution to this is you give every teacher, and I'm going to tell you, what breaks my heart is that teachers died yesterday.
Saving the kids.
Throwing themselves in front of bullets. You give teachers the gun, let them shoot, and stop this thing. Because the threat of it will deter it. You know, the Wild West had it as a deterrent. And if you give them the right to bear arms in school, and I know all the downside, teacher gets mad, pulls a gun and shoots a kid, I understand all that. But you got to start somewhere as a deterrent. Maybe you give them the zappers, whatever they call those things.
Stun guns.
Stun guns. Tasers.
I don't know. We have to do something. And you know what? As parents, as a community, we don't talk religion either, but I know the rabbis and the reverends and the pastors and every religious organization, unity, whatever it is, they're all coming together as a community. I know our synagogue is having an open forum tonight. I know moms are speaking out in libraries on Monday. Everyone is coming together as a community. But you know what? This shouldn't be the silver lining of the situation.
It isn't.
This situation should just not even happen. But come together as a community and voice your opinion. As we always say, there is hope, but we have to seek it. And there is help, and we have to seek it, but we need to come together as a community and do that.
That's right. There's a thing called violence. Enough is enough. I don't know who the gentleman that's put that together, but I would like him to contact us, because I will paint the studio up with it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We have a problem. And it isn't about selling guns, because I can tell you, during the Roman Empire,
Oh, he's on a roll.
during the Roman Empire, they had problems too. I mean, during history, the Civil War, the countries have always had armed problems because people who shouldn't have them, bad guys have them. Why are we loading up our police officers with automatic machine guns? You remember when the automatic weapon was not allowed among the police because they didn't think that they were capable of handling an automatic weapon. So they were not they're shooting their little pistols with a guy shooting back with a machine gun. 1,500 rounds is a lot better than one bullet every 30 seconds, right? What is wrong with us? I mean, honestly, what is going on upstairs? The saddest thing was last night I was told that if I was there, I would have taken a bullet.
I know you would have. Do you know there have been 18 shootings in the United States?
Crazy. Crazy.
Since January 1st of this year. Out of 40, we're now on day 46 of 2018.
There was only 9 last year.
There have been 18 shootings in the past 45 days. And you know what constitutes a shooting? A gun going off. Whether somebody's injured or not, that means a weapon has gone off in a school 18 times in the past 46 days.
That's right. And we'll get some more into that, but again, I don't...
And I know I don't talk politics. I don't even watch the news, but this is beyond
I don't want to dwell on that because...
But I have an idea.
Oh, God.
I have an idea. You want to decorate. This is why I told you I can't script our show, because it's just how it happens. We have 2 incredible artists on our set today, and you want to paint the studio with Enough is Enough?
Yes.
We have a new artist that I met last weekend at Old School Square. It was a juried art show. I don't even know the name of what it was. Stacey Mandel, and her paintings just resonated with me because she does it in an abstract, artistic way in shorthand, right? Greg shorthand.
Yeah.
Enough is enough, and it will be artistic, and it will send a message. And that is one of the reasons I loved her paintings so much, because they're so unique. And we've got Rosie Sherman with us, and I know her painting is your favorite in the whole gallery.
Favorite in the whole gallery.
So we've got 2 different artists, and you know what's even more amazing? They're neighbors.
You kidding?
They're neighbors.
We are.
And I totally booked them both separately. I spoke to Rosie because we had saw her last week, and she sent us a lovely thank you note, and I called her last night to please come on. And then I called Stacy because I kept her card, and there were hundreds of artists, and I didn't pick up a lot of cards. I didn't even tell her what we do or what I did. And I took her card, and I said, have you ever been to the Heart of Delray Gallery? And she says, I've never been. I've got one friend who's there. I should go. I said, who's your friend? She said, she's my neighbor. I said, who? She says, Rosie Sherman. I said, well, I just hung up the phone with Rosie, and she's coming on the show.
And this was unscripted, ladies
Totally
and
unscripted, and what a coincidence, right? No, because nothing that we do is a coincidence.
Right.
And then Rosie walks in, I'm showing Stacy around, and Rosie looks at her, and I says, do you know this lady? And she takes a step back, like we always do. We try to answer, of course I do, but you know, no idea. It's her neighbor. They hadn't even seen each other recently to know that they were coming on the show, and there they were, so surprised in the gallery doing this.
Yes.
So here they are together, and Stacy's, we have a lot of pictures. I know Johnny downloaded, and I want to get your backstory because enough is enough. Here I am telling you what to paint. Anyway, we're going to hear her story and see why. You're going to understand why I say this.
I'm going to warn you up.
Of course you are.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to take a huge blank canvas, like the size of that thing.
Okay.
And I want to take it to the school. And I want to put on it, violence, enough is enough. And I want the kids to put a piece of themselves on the canvas. Then I'm going to ask Dan to put it outside from here.
Good.
That's what you should do. Let's bring it.
Bring community
And
awareness.
make noise. You know, noise is it's a wonderful thing. We have a train that goes 82 miles an hour that people seem to want to jump in front of it.
And drive in front of last night again.
Last
What is
night,
wrong?
yeah.
Why? Why
Let
don't
me-
people? You
let
think
me
you
s-
can't beat the train tracks.
Well, let me see if I can cross over and beat this 4,000-pound gorilla, and it's going to hurt, but maybe I'll make it. Okay, so when you have that kind of mentality, then I think that we should make noise, because when somebody gets hit by a train, they want to stop all the trains. They want to stop all the planes, right? Planes, stop the trains, stop the planes, stop the guns, stop everything. So let's make some noise. Make some noise. Let's see what happens. Enough is enough.
Now, look, we've got kids. We call you guys kids. You're our kids' age on
Let's
set
welcome
here.
them. How about
And
that?
so we got to welcome everybody. We've got Reed on camera.
How you
we
doing,
have
Reed?
new Lindsay. I didn't even barely get a chance to meet Lindsay. Welcome to our craziness. Johnny on the spot on our board. And we've got BB. You want to call him BB King? You want to call him Rashad, Freddie? What are you going to call him?
BB.
BB.
He likes
I guess
Rashad,
I'll
but
be
I never
BB.
remember Rashad.
Going to be
BB or
BB
Rashad?
or Rashad?
He's gonna be Vanna. He's gonna be Vanna Black
I'm gonna
today.
be Vanna.
You're gonna be Vanna Black today. Vanna Black, baby. Vanna Black.
Hey,
Oh,
she looked
geez.
good for her age, by the way.
You saw her recently?
She still looks good.
Holy
for her age.
smokes.
She
I'm
does
not
not
gonna take
age.
that as a-
She's in her
I'm gonna
60s.
take that as a compliment. Thank you, Freddy.
She does not age, Vanna White. I'm telling you. I remember watching her in college. And
She
she
looks
has to have
the
been older,
same.
and then she looks exactly the same.
same.
Right? Talk about job security. Vanna White's had it for what, 40 years? I don't even know.
35. I was just recently.
35 years?
She said enough is enough. I'm not gonna let anybody else take my job. I'll be here forever.
Is she
So,
They
smart?
said nobody can turn those towels like Vanna.
That's exactly
And the
it.
hand motion. And then she speaks every once in a while. Is that show still on the air?
claps.
It is.
There she
God,
claps.
can you imagine doing the Brooklyn Cafe for 35
Can I
years?
imagine working with you for
I'll
35
be
years?
99. I'll be like,
can
I
imagine.
can't see.
I want to see that show.
Do you? Oh, that one you want to see. It's all in the noise.
That would see why we can't have a scripted show. So welcome, ladies.
Thank
We've got
you.
Rosie, we've got Stacy with us. Stacy, share your story, please.
Thank you so much, Dawn, and thank you so much, Freddie. First, I want to send my a virtual hug to the victims, the parents, the loved ones, everyone, the first responders, everyone who is involved with the violence from yesterday. And one thing that Freddie said when he said enough is enough, he is right. And he also said, you know, let the attorney speak. And yes, I'm an attorney. I'm retired now. And the only thing I would say is the First Amendment guarantees the right of speech. However, the United States Supreme Court also places time, place, and manner restrictions on that freedom of speech. So, to the extent that you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater, there needs to be some sort of time, place, manner restrictions on the right to bear arms. And that doesn't mean taking them all away. It just means that something needs to be done. Thank you. Having said that, going back to my roots, I was an attorney. Yes, prior to that, I was a secretary, and that's when I learned Greg shorthand. I would take letters from my boss, whatever it was that he said, I can't remember now, and it was a he. After I learned shorthand and was a secretary, I became a legal secretary. Even better, I did that for 5 years, taking shorthand, and I loved shorthand.
And that's how I met Stacy. It's a funny story, not so funny. My husband does a lot of expert witness, so he works with a lot of attorneys, and he was at a deposition, and the court reporter didn't feel very well. And she says, don't worry, I got this, and she's got it all electronically recorded. Well, somehow the equipment didn't quite get it all, and we were saying, remember back in the day when it was actually done by hand. Nothing was ever missed. And we had actually just had that conversation the day before because he now has to go redo a deposition because the deposition was lost because it wasn't transcribed appropriately. And the next day I ran into Stacy. And what does she have? All of this art done in Greg's shorthand. And it was this aha moment of, wow, and we had the conversation of it never fails because when you're trained, old school, we talk about old school all the time.
All the time.
When you actually do hand-on-hand and body-to-body contact, you don't miss it. It's
Right.
different. And there you have it. And she's taken this Greg shorthand, and she has messages of love and inspiration in this shorthand. And I think, Bibi, you have one of her pieces.
Yes, we do.
I see. We can unscript it. Nope, it's the gray one. See, I told
No,
you.
she said she wants the gray one last.
That's right, I'm sorry.
No, but this
She
is,
wanted that one
yeah,
last.
but that's Rosie's picture. This
That
is
one's
Stacy's
mine.
picture.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So look at this picture. Can you explain, just share what this is, and then Johnny has some other ones we can share.
Sure. The Greg shorthand says love more. Love is the form in white. More is the form in black. Now, the abstract, the complete picture is an abstract. But the way I started that was I was thinking about different techniques. I wanted the love to be my foundation of everything. And so I took this medium, it's called fine pumice gel, and I just smeared love more on a blank canvas. And then I just kind of looked at it, set it aside, but that's my foundation of this piece. And you can even see it somewhat. If it's flipped, you could see. You want me to point to it?
Flip it that way. And
Well,
we have
actually,
moving
it's
art, and he
upside
flips
down
the other
now.
way.
Flip it one more time. There we go. So in this fine pumice gel, the foundation, I have love more. And about 1/3 up from the bottom, you can even see
The
where
line
it's
across?
almost a finger. It's the line of more. So that's my foundation. Then I just started painting layers and layers and layers of what I call layers of love, because that was the only thing I was thinking about as I was painting it.
See, that's the amazing thing about art is it's so subjective.
You can flip it again.
Do you know
It's
when you
what-
hold it when you
There.
hold it that way, and I'm being very honest, it seems attorney-ish. What's the right word? It seems
Controlled?
it seems like, you know, when an attorney goes to court in the olden days and they had the wigs.
Barristers.
That's what I'm getting out of this thing. I mean,
John, you have some of the others to put up?
is it like something wrong with me?
No.
No, because it's abstract.
And what's
it's-
this one we have on the
and
screen?
that's your vision of it. That one was shown at Spectrum in Miami during Art Basel this past December. That one says, I love you, te amo, je t'aime.
I love you, te amo, je t'aime.
Te amo, je
It's 3
t'aime.
different languages?
3 different languages, because Greg's shorthand is an old school phonetic writing system. That means it doesn't matter what language you're speaking.
Gotcha.
We can write it.
Gotcha.
That one says replace with love.
Those are 3 panels?
There's 3 panels. On the lower left corner, you'll see those are forms of negative words, and the positive counterparts are in the upper portion in yellow. So the gray, the large gray form is said replace, and then the reddish purple in the middle says with, and the bright white is love. So along the left-hand side, it will say hate, and so you want to replace hate with love and gratitude,
Wow.
replace fear with courage, replace anger with kindness, replace anxiety and pressure with peace and presence of mind. It says all of that,
Isn't that amazing?
in Greg's shorthand.
So I'm walking around the art fair and I'm thinking I can't even go in and out of her tent because there was so much to look at, and when you're with your family, they don't understand how you just want to spend time and look at everything. So I had to take your card and bring you back because I'm so fascinated by,
Was your daughter with you?
yes,
I'm really anxious to
By what
see
these
what
pieces
someone at that age group
say,
who's in the arts.
and they mean, right? Because it's the abstract, and it's what we talk about every day is love. And if we don't talk about it enough after yesterday, John Wellman and Dr. Carlos and Faith Washington, we really need more love. What do they say, what the world needs now? What is this? And this is another one.
This one says beautiful love.
And then you have one that looks like it's on a steno pad, Johnny. It looks like it's on notebook paper. And that one to me, this is a different
That one says you have the ability to change the world.
That was like a mathematical
Is that
equation. to
amazing?
me. Just like something that.
And look at this
What
one.
is that?
This one is
Holy
just
smoke.
tremendous. They're all tremendous. I can't even pick a favorite. This is one she's working on right now.
Yes, this is a work in progress, and this is a letter to our younger selves. And this reads, in Greg's shorthand, to my love, you are beautiful, strong, smart, and compassionate. Therefore, you will be successful in whatever you choose to do. Be kind to others and yourself. I believe in you. Work hard and dream big.
Is that incredible? And we, all the time, I'll say to a guest, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be? And they always say, not to worry, it'll be okay, don't sweat the small stuff. And then she sends me this picture yesterday. And I was so excited as I'm watching the news, crying, and then I'm getting all this positivity of hope from her text. I thought, I just love what I do because we can actually take a bad situation and share out the positive side of what it is.
Right, and what Freddie was saying, he wants a huge mural that says,
They do.
enough is
Three
enough.
3 panels.
3 panels.
3 panels.
3 panels. What I would like is a huge mural that offers hope
Yes.
and peace. And I want the students, the parents, the friends, everyone to write on that same mural or panel their vision of what they want
Oh, absolutely.
in a positive light.
And what we'll do is we take a stick-up. What do you call it? Post-up? What do
A
you call it?
Post-it note?
Post-it note.
On the bottom of there, and we will put the words love on it and let everybody take a piece so that you get something in return when you give, you know, because you always got to take something with you and see what happens.
Got to put it together.
I mean, this is, it's unbelievable.
Right.
So you didn't put this together knowing what,
Do you know how you always tell me it'll come,
Yeah.
patience?
Yeah.
And I take people's cards and I never know when or where. And we had 2 guests scheduled for today. And last night, right before I called you guys, they canceled. Someone's wife was in the hospital. It was an emergency. And the fact that the 2 of you know each other and we really need to spread more love. And then we're going to get to Rosie's story.
I think what is so ironic is after hearing what you said about your paintings, the 3 that I chose to bring here are all about love and depicted in such a different way, but with the exact same meaning.
Exactly.
It's the happiness. Can I just...
so you find that ironic?
You know, we're going to take a quick commercial break, thank our sponsors. When we come back, we'll see Rosie Sherman's pictures
Hold
of
on
love.
a second.
We've got 3.
Did you set that up?
Johnny's got it. We're
Johnny,
good to
you
go,
got that?
Johnny? We're
Are
good
you
on
ready to go?
commercials, right? Yeah, see?
You set up already?
He's good, Johnny, on the spot. We'll be right back.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. a beauty cream and makeup enhancer,
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference.
and with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste,
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy.
Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
In a perfectly imperfect world, you can eat the foods you love, lose weight, and be healthy. But what if I told you you can do just that? In fact, your diet should be perfectly imperfect by eating the foods you love and still achieving your health and wellness goals. I take the guesswork out of nutrition by giving you my simple and effective strategies so that you can live the healthy and happy life you will love using real food to get real results. Schedule your nutrition consultation today at 888-84-TAMMY or visit my website, tammyfogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY.
When was the last time you had a fun girls' night in? Have you heard of Pure Romance? Pure Romance by Michelle Spears offers a fun-filled presentation of our product line, followed by a unique shopping experience that you and your girlfriends will not forget. Call me, Michelle Spears, at 561-572-1901 to reserve a date for your free shopping spree, to learn about income opportunities, or shop my website at pureromance.com/MICHELLESPEARS. And remember, bring Pure Romance back into your life.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a love-filled Thursday with two amazing artists. You can find us on Facebook, live streaming at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on Facebook and Periscope.
You said Facebook?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Didn't I? Facebook? Too much matcha tea. You know, I'm still recovering from the Prosecco Pong yesterday. We played with Michelle Spears.
First of all,
we didn't play the Pong, though.
no, we did not. Don't say we did, because we didn't.
We did not play the Pong.
We blew that thing apart. Nothing happened.
Good. But you know what's Sunday?
What?
Sunday we're going to the dogs.
The dogs.
Sunday is Dog Day at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Actually, it's Everglades Angels Dog Rescue. It is their 20% give back day. If you go to Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, and you should really adopt Norman, who is so adorable on this flyer. Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, it is at 115 Northeast 6th Avenue in Delray Beach. It is Give Back Sunday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. 20% of the proceeds of dine-in or takeout goes back to Everglades Angels Dog Rescue. Do you know?
And then I will give you a bag of dog food if you take Norman home.
Do you know how much it costs to keep a dog in these shelters? They're not in the shelters, though. They're actually at vets being placed until they are adopted.
How many?
$20 a day.
Do you know?
Do you know?
That you don't answer the mail on the Brooklyn Cafe TV show on Facebook?
I do too.
There is a vet. No. There is a vet that wrote in to offer his services.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why'd you answer it?
Because you told me not to.
I didn't see it. If I didn't see it, you should answer it. If the phone rings in your house and Linda doesn't answer, do you answer it?
No, Linda says don't touch the phone. Now, there was an artist here today that sent you a message.
I don't see it.
I saw it. It's in there.
I got to check my email.
Anyway.
I can talk to Joe all the time. I don't know why I don't see the message.
There is a vet. There was a vet. And I'm going to reach out to him tomorrow. That I'm going to put him on the set. He's willing to give his time to the animals for free. And I'm going to showcase him with a commercial and everything.
And we said we would bring them on, give him some sponsorship and commercials because it costs $20 a day. There are 29 dogs, from puppies to a couple years old. Norman is 2, and he's been living at this vet for 2 years.
Yeah,
and he
it's
needs
time to
a
bring him home.
So the dogs will be
Listen,
there
you
for
need a dog?
adoption on Sunday.
Huh? You need a home?
dog?
You need a dog?
I want a dog.
Do you? I have a dog for you.
Perfect.
And
So
I give you a bag of dog food.
Okay.
And this Normie is a pit bull.
Perfect.
Okay, so you know
Yeah.
he's gonna protect you, but he's very jealous. So you have to love him and love him and love him some more.
I'll give him plenty of love. Don't
And
worry.
if you don't want Norman, there's 28 other dogs that are up for adoption, and they will be there on Sunday. You can also bring your own dog, so it's a dog-friendly event. EverglazedAngelsDogRescue.org or 1-800-511-DOGS.
That's right.
Not dogs, dogs.
DOGS.
It's the dogs. We have a new dog in our house, and she literally chases her tail.
Yeah,
And you know what? As my daughter said, she actually catches it. She has the longest tail I've ever seen on a puppy. It's a tail that's as big as she is, and she runs in circles until she catches it in her mouth, and then she falls over.
What kind of dog? What goes on in your
She's
house?
a Chorky.
That
Have you ever
dog's
heard of a Chorky?
Yeah, they ran out of
A
letters.
Yorkie.
No, you have a Yorkie. She has a Yorkie.
I
She
got
has
a
a Chorky.
Chorky. It's a Chihuahua Yorkie.
Oh, no.
Chorky.
Mine is a
small is
Shih-
that?
Shih
She's
Tzu.
5 pounds. I've got a Chihuahua
And that's full
Yorkie.
grown.
And it's full grown?
No, she's only 3 months old.
I have a Shih Tzu Yorkie, a Shorkie.
She's got a Shorkie. I got a Chorky.
She's
And
my
Lisa's going to go
grandpuppy.
adopt Norman. And Jay Harmon from the Heart of Delray Gallery will donate a pet portrait for Norman if you would like to adopt him.
Yeah, there's a lot of baggies and goodies that go with Norman, so take him home.
So we
Let's
must
get this
definitely
done.
share love. And Rosie, see Rosie, you never know what you're going to bring. We've got Rosie Sherman with us, who is already an artist who showcases at the Heart of Delray Gallery, where we get to sit every day. And her paintings are amazing. And up close and personal, Rosie, oh my gosh, they're even more beautiful than afar.
And you know, Rosie, I never saw you here until Thursday night, right? When we had the event.
Right?
And there's a lot of artists that I say, oh, you ever been here before? Well, my stuff is hanging here. I feel so small because I don't know them.
No,
But there's
I think
75 artists
I was
here.
just going to say that. There's a lot
A
of
lot.
artists.
But my God, there's a lot of art in this place.
Yeah, but think how amazing that is. Out of the 75 artists, Stacy knows one, and it's her neighbor, and she was coming on
There
our
you
show.
go.
That's right. 1, 2,
And they're
3.
talking about love
And we're
and
talking about
circumstances and everything else.
That's exactly it.
Unbelievable.
I've never seen anything like it.
Welcome, Rosie. What are we showing?
Well, here it's so ironic that you were talking about children, love, and I paint 90% about depictions of different forms of love. This one is a little boy with his dad. It was actually my motivation, my inspiration was a picture of my son with his father years ago, and my son would be schlepping his tennis racket behind him. And I pulled it out and I said, I have to paint that. But I wanted it to be universal, so that's why he's holding balloons. I feel that if every little boy has the love of his dad or a big brother to care about him and show him the way, then he won't grow up angry. He'll grow up and feel secure and confident and make a difference in this world in a positive way.
Does that picture just take you back to childhood, to the purity of what it is, right? The safety, the balloons.
Well, what amazes me is the detail on it. I mean, you have the calf muscle in there. I see that you took time to do that. The hands touching hands. It's fingertip to fingertip. I mean, all of that is amazing. The shadows, they're all lined up in a certain degree. I studied a little art.
Hi, I see that. That was another job you had? You want
Yes.
some water?
Yeah, you have it? No.
I have matcha tea for you somewhere.
For the first 10 years that I painted, I was alone in my basement. And I didn't learn about shadow and I didn't learn about focal point. I was just painting because I loved to paint.
You did this in the basement?
No.
Oh, I was about to say,
When I
boy, let's get you back in the
retired-
basement.
and no, I retired, came to Florida, and took my first art course. And whoa, that was like learning a whole new language. Oh my God, you mean it's shadowed, it's darker in here, and there's shadows over there, and the light source comes from somewhere? This was an entire new language. And some artists learn from only one mentor. But I have found that if I go to different art teachers and different art schools, I learn so much. And a lot of that is the culmination in my realistic paintings. Because realism, it's hard.
But Rosie, you learned so much about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's
you know,
amazing.
it's funny when I look at it on screen. Look at the colors, John, of Rosie next to her painting.
She's like,
because Rosie
There I
just
am.
depicts the happiness. Look at the colors, right? Rosie is her painting. Look at the yellows and the greens and the color from her. We talk about auras and light. And just look at that
And
shot.
you're
It's
self-taught.
beautiful.
I'm self-taught to a point because the last couple of years I have been in art classes and I've learned more and more and more. So yes, the first 10 years, everything I did. And the interesting thing was I sold a lot more then only because I was an interior decorator. So I was already working with clients who were beautifying their homes, and I had a captive audience. And I knew what they liked.
See, everyone has a story.
And don't go, you know what? Don't go to school no more. When I'm self-taught in the radio business. I don't know anything about
He's self-taught in every business.
But you know what
5,726.
it does? It's a date to paint. We all come down here. I'm retired, and I thought I'd have free time. Forget about it. If I don't make that date to paint, life gets in the way.
So you paint every day?
I try and paint every single day. But this week I have my grandchildren staying with me. I'm not painting.
What else do we have to show? BB.
Come.
Should we show Freddy's favorite, or are we holding on to Freddy's favorite? How do you like that for an F day, Freddy's favorite? That's so much better than the other F's.
It's better than they gave me yesterday. Anybody who saw that show yesterday, please forgive me.
Look at that one. So romantic.
This was me at the beach, and I saw
I
this
could tell, it looks like you.
ball.
But you have that same elbow.
And I took a picture, and I went home, and I said, this is beautiful.
Is that your husband? Because you put that hand where it shouldn't be.
No.
It's not your husband?
It could be.
It better be.
Us.
Listen, he's calling in. It better be.
I love the colors, so look how sweet that is.
I love the sky on that.
Right?
Very nice.
The purple and the blues.
People have told me I have happy art.
You have
and
happy
it's true
art.
because
It
I'm
is.
happy, and I show that in my work.
That is the amazing thing about this gallery, because, and if you haven't been here, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. If you're at a mattress store, you're in Pompano. If you're at a restaurant, you're in Boca. It's 1440 North Federal in Delray. And I know this because people call and ask if you're in a mattress store, and I know you've got off on Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano.
And not only that, but if you ask them for a mattress, you get 10% off, say, the Brooklyn Cafe.
You need to come see, because there is something here for everyone.
For sure.
Everything has a different flavor. Her art has a different flavor. Her art has a different flavor. It's just different. But what I enjoy about doing this is that there is energy that comes forward. I get a different feel from your art than from your art. Your art, I get senses of history, things that have happened to me in my life, things that I've studied. It's really strange. And your art is things of tomorrow, you know? The sand, the beach,
Look
the
at
waters.
the colors when
It's
they
just
cut-
magnificent.
And Johnny, you have
How
some of
lucky
her
we are
pictures,
to
I think.
live here in South Florida.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to Stacy. She's only been here for 2 years. She came from Illinois. Imagine winter in Illinois.
Well,
No, I can't imagine that anymore.
Look
I
at
used
this
to
one.
think-
Look how pure and innocent this picture is that Rosie.
Wow.
Wow, Rosie. That's
okay, so
we need that for the dogs.
I have 2 4-year-old grandchildren, a boy and a girl, twins. So this is not them, but this is my feelings about them. I also have a grandpuppy.
Is that cornstalk?
She's in Illinois.
She's in Kansas. It's like the Wizard of Oz.
I don't know. My hand just went like that, and that's what came out of it. But I do love dogs, and I've never had one. So, and I love children, and there we go.
What else we got, Johnny?
Okay. So this is girls' night out. Different feeling, but each of these used to be a separate painting.
And you know something? I get a whole different feel to this painting.
I know. I
The
know.
faces are missing. The dresses are all different. The angles of each person with the hands are. This is like a whole different you.
I know.
So do you paint emotionally?
Definitely.
Okay, that's what I'm picking.
Definitely.
Get some of that stuff.
Look at that one. Oh, that's so romantic. That
Passion.
should be on the cover of a book. That needs to be on Dr. Dora's next book.
Dr. Dora, is that you again? Is that your husband? Who is this guy that keeps floating around for you?
I don't do self-portraits.
Is that you again when you had long hair?
Oh my God.
She cut it to protect
Look
the
how
industry.
sexy that picture is and so romantic, right?
Nice stuff. That's
I
a very
think
nice
that is
job.
probably every woman's dream to actually feel that way.
Now that is a very nice picture. This, again, I don't even want to ask you what you were thinking when you did this thing, but we'll leave it alone.
I was thinking that I had this space in my living room.
No, this is nice. This is very nice.
Thank you.
It's amazing how your art touches the soul. which is a different flavor. For
I
futures.
want you to have a feeling about these people. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but there's a mood. I'm trying to portray that mood.
But now I know when you in interior design, yes, I did some interior design when I was in Miami, but I can see, I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did. I worked
All
for
right,
Aldo.
Johnny, have you heard this job?
Yes.
This is a whole nother job.
I used to work for Aldo down in Miami. I was in the, what are you talking about? I used to be in the, I used to be,
He worked everywhere for
I was
a
in the
week.
design district.
You know the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Yes.
That was after Freddy's life.
And I used to, hey, listen, I can give you clubs
True
and
story.
restaurants that I've made. Yeah, true story.
True story.
Yeah, there was a place in Meisner Park that used to be there. I can't remember the name of it, but the bathroom had a 6-inch gap between the men and women, so you were able to talk to one another. I designed it.
Do you know Lindsay works at the candy store? I told her I found the present
Yes.
for your father
And
at.
she has edible plant.
And do you know what? They're going on
Edible
sale now. I'm going to buy them for your dad.
Edible-
And
50% off.
I'm sending him to Puerto Rico for you.
What's the name of
Enrique.
the store?
It's sugar.
It's sugar.
It's sugar or sugar?
It's sugar.
It's
Where
sugar?
is it?
It's in Meisner.
Meisner.
It's like a chain. They're everywhere.
One, okay.
There's
So-
one in Meisner. There's one in West Boca, the Delray Marketplace as well, right?
Yeah,
There's
Delray
one on
Marketplace
Atlantic.
and Atlantic Ave.
There's 3.
Do they have rock candy there?
They have lots of rock.
Rock candy is clear, though, or white.
We got colored.
Yeah, this is selenium. That's a crystal.
No, I know that, but that
You can't
reminds me of
eat
rock
this.
candy. I can't eat it. What I'm
can't
gonna,
eat any
I
of
have an assignment for you when you go to work tomorrow.
What?
We're gonna have your boss on the air. We're gonna put him on the air, and we're gonna have the cafe rock candy. Is what I want.
Which really
Okay.
works so well with Fitness Friday and Nutrition Tammy. we should
no.
put sugar cubes on the set.
No, because
Let's do it another day.
no. Why?
Why?
Because I want people to understand that once in a while you need a little.
As a
something.
matter of fact, real sugar that is in sugar is better for you than all of this processed sweetener because your body at least knows how to metabolize it. True fact.
You're right.
What?
I've read
If you eat sugar and you put sugar in your coffee, if you're going to go with the sweetener, you should go with the real sugar because your
So
body.
trivia
knows
is
how
no
to-
good and sugar is better.
Yes. As a matter of fact,
Seriously.
it is.
I know the Splenda has chlorine,
Chlorine.
but trivia doesn't.
But Truvia is from a sugar derivative. But
It's from a
as
plant.
far as the Splendas and the aspartames and all of that, you're better off with the real sugars.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I went to school for that too.
Yeah. You see, she has more jobs than me there,
No,
BB.
not jobs.
I don't
Jobs.
know. Freddie. I think you won her. I think you won her up.
You think so?
I'm not sure.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I got jobs on top of
There's
jobs.
jobs, we've got jobs.
In New York, I used to work at a candy store.
All right, we have to do the big reveal.
The
We've
what?
built Rosie up for 2 days on
We
your
got what?
favorite painting. The
Yes.
big reveal.
Yes. Yes. The big.
The big reveal. You
The
ready,
big-
BB?
the big-
Yes.
The big reveal. And to see this, it means you have to walk through the entire gallery. And Stacy said we should give everyone a water bottle, all the men, which means they go
Right.
to the men's room and they keep walking. Look at the colors in that
Now
painting.
this to me, this painting. Hey, BB, move it over to your. Or let's try to move the camera maybe a little bit.
There we
There you
go.
go.
All
there
right, we
you
got
go.
it.
This painting to me is my #1 painting in the gallery. It has all sorts of things that I like. The colors. It reminds me of an era at a time when people actually were doing their thing. And then there's the rain. For me, I don't know what the story is behind this painting, but I'm just telling you my interpretation. Rain cleans and clears, and love should be. What the hell was that?
That's her phone going off.
Holy smoke. And to me, it just looks for forwardness. It gives us a bright future. The rains is cleansing and the whole nine. What were you thinking when you did this?
Generally, people get a little sad or depressed by rain, right? It's gloomy, it's cloudy, it's dark. But I wanted to show that even on that type of day, there's happiness, and it's what you make of it.
Dancing in the rain.
Right? Their plans might have been canceled to go golfing, but look at them. They made the best of the day, and everyone else is kind of rushing off to work or wherever, but not them.
But look at the color is just magnificent. It's like there's a rainbow. It's like when the rainbow comes out after the storm, she's got the rainbow on the ground.
Hey, Reed, what do you think of this painting? Young guy.
He's gonna go, I like
You
it.
like it?
Reed is definitely a man of few words.
Yeah, but I've noticed that Reed is always in deep thought. He's always thinking about something.
No, I honestly like Raid, and everyone thinks it's got to be so dark and depressing, but no, it's a beautiful thing, and How
Cleansing.
beautiful is it after, like just after a rainstorm? when
It's
everything clears up?
beautiful.
It's cleansing. Lindsay, what do you think? I mean, a female perspective.
I love the color in it. I think even though like it is supposed to be like a dark and gloomy type of day, like she brightened it up with her dress being pink and the pink umbrella in the back, so it brings the happiness back into the
I like that.
sad
The reflection
atmosphere.
makes it.
And that is what we do every day.
Hey, Johnny, wait a
really
minute.
do.
Hold on. Johnny, what do you think?
I absolutely love this piece. I love just the melding of colors into the reflection of the ground, the liveliness of the couple behind the umbrella, with contrasted to the stillness of the people that are just walking along. And I love it.
And Johnny is the romantic of the group.
I can tell.
He's the
Latino.
romantic. He loves the romance about it.
Can you see the silver lining up
In the
at the
back.
top, too?
Yeah.
In
Ah,
the back.
she knows what we do.
Yeah, no, I see it. No, and I like it because I think the water's cleansing and the rains come and they clean and wash away all of the pain and everything else. And I like the way you put the pink with the pink umbrella in the foreground, and then it's surrounded by the darkness leaving. You see how the darkness is leaving? It's going in that direction, and the pink is coming, which is bright and happiness, and then it gets swallowed up here on the left. Now, is that you again?
It's her and her husband, yes.
I think I see a lot of self-portrait here.
I don't have long hair anymore.
Yeah, but it looks to me like you recently cut it to protect the innocent.
It's so beautiful. The colors are magnificent. And it always goes back to love. I say that every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
What-
Her paintings depict love, and Stacy's paintings are
For
love
sure.
and truth and expressing yourself. And we should really do an all-call community canvas. We really should do that. Right here.
I
There's
wasn't-
enough space.
Yeah, but
There's
I-
enough walls outside. Hey, Dan, if you're listening, you know that big wall you wanted to mural?
Yeah, well, I don't
The
think that
entire
happened.
building? We could do it.
Anything can be
that?
done, but it's the idea. I remember when we first came here, we wanted all the artists to put together a painting that reflected
No place for hate. Remember, that's how this whole
the
thing
ADL
started.
piece, yeah?
Wow.
ADL.
Because back to how we started, no place for hate. If we really get in front of the bullying issue, see, I don't have many platforms, but I have a lot. The bullying issue as kids, and we treat everyone with love and respect, and we get in front of, we talked about Mental Health Awareness Mondays, and we address the problem, like early intervention, like you do when your child cannot read, or if your child has physical limitations. We address that young. We need to address some of these things that are going on, as you call it, between the pipes,
Yeah.
young and as early as we can, so it doesn't escalate to where it is. And then the whole right to bear arms, that's a whole other issue, but we really need to be there for our kids, because we're not born as grown adults with guns in our hands. At some point, we learn it. These are learned behaviors. We're not born to hate, we are born to love, and that is what we need to get in front of.
That's right. And you want to escape, and you want to escape reality that sometimes bad things happen in your life, and this kid lost his mom and the whole 9 yards. You got to work and let the negative go out the door and bring the positive back. You got to look for the positive in every situation. In
The
every
silver
situation.
lining, just like that, the silver lining
That's
playbook.
right. That's right. But I'm going to tell you, it is so cool. I love this piece. When I first saw it, I go to the bathroom more frequently now because it's right by the bathroom down the hall. But you know what? You should come down to the gallery at 1440
North Federal Highway in Delray.
in Delray and check out the artists and talk to them. You know, the amazing thing is that the story behind the story is the story. It's the painting.
And, you know, we laugh about your 5,730 jobs at this point
Not
now.
30, not 30, 31.
31 jobs. But everyone has a story, and Stacy's story, and she sent me a picture of her husband, and I didn't even realize that story because it wasn't even, I don't think about people's differences. I think everyone does what they need to do. But that's what brought you here.
Right.
And she has a personal story that brought her to Florida, that brought her to the painting, that brought her here, that we are so fortunate to be able to share love. And I hope, I really do, that you can be at the gallery more often because I think your pieces are amazing. But I want to ask Rosie, what would you tell your younger self?
Wow. Where did that come
What would I
from?
tell my younger
Stacy
self?
knows where.
Where did that come from?
I wish I had started painting younger.
Get out of the school, though. I must go. You don't need it. You don't need it. Instinct painting.
No, because I paint with other artists, so I enjoy the being in the classroom.
I think that
It's
question,
motivating, it's inspiring, and I'm not prepared for that question. I
You threw
don't know
her
how
off.
to
You threw her
answer
off the chair on that one.
But I think it's such a pertinent question. You guys are young, but even as young as you are, Lindsay, what would you tell your younger self to whatever point you want to go back in time?
Yeah, like when you're 4. I mean, younger
But I know, if
self.
I asked my daughter that, she would go back to 4th grade and she would have an answer to how she felt then.
I maybe like be more passionate about what I was doing at the time. I did theater when I was younger, and I didn't do it as often as I should have. So maybe like just more passion for what I was doing at the time.
Johnny?
I lost my father at a very young age, so I would go back and tell myself to definitely spend more time with him and appreciate the family that you have and spend every moment that you can with them.
Reed?
Say, if I could go back, tell my younger self something, it would be stay more focused on what you're passionate about. Because, yeah, I loved working in media when I was younger, and then I strayed away from it when I went to college, but then I ended up going back to it when I was towards the end of college, and I wish I had started sooner, because that's what I love to do, and I wish I had stuck with it sooner.
But you're good. You're good at it, and it's coming. It's going to happen again. You're going to get a second chance at life with your passion, which is great.
Rashad, you can put that down so we can see you. Our platform grows. You have a mic?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I would tell myself to somewhat like Reed, follow my passion. I got married very young, had kids very young, and I made a choice to raise them and to make sure that they moved on. But now my oldest son is 24,
Wow.
my younger son is 23, and my youngest is 16. So now it's all about learning. I'm starting to actually learn a little bit more about who I am. And I can say I've been here a couple of days now, and I absolutely love it. And I appreciate you guys for giving me that opportunity to get a chance to live out my dreams.
Gotcha.
To be a human
I
equal.
think it's a good question, and the
Michelle.
fact that Stacy painted that on the notebook paper, on the steno pad, when she showed that to me yesterday, I thought, wow, that is what it's about. Because you know what, if we can follow our passion, and why don't we? Because we are always so fearful that we can't.
Oh, fear will hold you back all the time. Why do you think I had so many jobs? Because I wasn't? I was
Do you know I
fearful.
did this, I don't even know how many years ago I went to college, 30 years ago in communications.
You
It
know-
took me 28 to get back into it. 28 years
You know,
later,
it's
I
really,
finally got back.
it's really funny because Dawn makes fun of me and all my jobs, right? But Dawn had many jobs. Many. She doesn't talk about it. I don't make fun of it. We're two different people. I'm very proud of the fact. But this one, she's had plenty of jobs.
But 28 years to come back to
What
I did, what my passion was. But now we're able to share. And you know what? Maybe it's because the platform wasn't right at the time. As you say, patience. There was a lot of patience, but here we get to share love and with these amazing artists. Johnny, can you put up that picture again? Now I know. See, it took me a week to figure out which one of Stacy's I'm going to get. The one on the steno pad. When she's finished with it, it's what would you ask or tell your younger self? That one when you're finished.
And that one is in Greg shorthand. And did you want me to read it again?
Yes, please.
To my love, you are beautiful, strong, smart, and compassionate. Therefore, you will be successful in whatever you choose to do. Be kind to others and yourself. I believe in you. Work hard and dream big. And I can...
You got all of that?
Yes, I read all of that.
All of that?
All of that says that.
On 4 lines, you got all of that?
Do you know
That's
how you
right.
always say love yourself?
Yes.
This is truly about your note to your younger self about loving you.
You ever notice when a guy or a person translates
Daddy.
something, right? And then they stay there for 15 minutes, and then the translation is yes.
That works for any gender. That particular painting works for any gender. It's not
But that's more than-
female-centric, it's
that's
not
more than a
male-centric,
painting.
it's anyone.
That's more than a painting, what you're doing there.
Exactly.
There's a message going
It's
on.
abstract with meaning.
See? Now you know. I couldn't even explain to you. You had seen Rosie's beautiful work because you got to witness it. I couldn't explain Stacy's. That's why I texted Faith this morning that you just have to watch. And John Wellman, we talk about love and intention. Imagine vitalizing her paintings.
Well,
Right?
that's a whole, you know,
Like you
somehow
can just see the aura of the love of all of these paintings.
everything
growing.
changes. I was going to ask John, can you vitalize
You can
painting?
vitalize anything.
To give it that oomph, that feel. Like her paintings have a different feel from her
The
painting.
color's magnificent.
And how it will work. I mean, I took the vitalizer now and I vitalize everything. These flowers are still here.
It's over a week.
It's going to be, no, it's going to be almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2
Wow.
weeks.
Wow.
And those, and I tell you, you have to vitalize them every day.
I'll have to vitalize them today before we
They
leave.
just keep going and going and going. So there's something about that energy from
Ladies,
the
where
sun.
can we find your work if people want to get in touch with you?
I'm on stacymandel.com. I'm also on Facebook, Stacy Mandel Art, and Instagram, Stacy Mandel Art. And you can email me at stacy.mandel.art@gmail.com.
Wow. I'm at
Did you get all that?
rosiesherman.com. That's the simplest way. My email is shermanrosie@hotmail.com. And on Fine Art America, I have 187 paintings. So you can see all of the work I've done over the last 25 years.
Holy smokes.
You know what they say? Art is in the eyes of the beholder, or someone's trash is another man's treasure. These are simplistic things. You took Greg Shorthand, and you
Yes.
have made this abstract, magnificent art with meaning. And Rosie, you take the rain and a couple on the umbrella, or people just sitting at the beach. Things that we take for granted, which after yesterday, we should never take anything for granted
Hold
and
it,
turn
hold
it
it, hold
into
it.
love.
Someone's trash is somebody else's treasure?
Yes.
Have you heard
Yes.
that? I
Yes.
have never
You
heard
call it
that.
something else.
Yes.
You told me something, and I'd never heard
Someone's
that.
food is someone else's poison.
See, I'd
Someone's
never heard
poison is somebody
that.
else's food is what I've
I
heard.
never heard that either.
But I've never heard the
Trash
treasure
is
is
treasure?
Yeah.
Always.
And the other thing I want to ask, how long have you known Dawn? Because you're glittery. You're all glittery.
How long have I what?
Known her.
A
You're-
day.
One day.
You are totally glittery. Do you know that? Do you know you're glittery?
No.
Do you
As
know
if
you have
she
glitter
glows.
everywhere? Everywhere. You are. Did you see it?
Yes.
It's in her hair. It's
I
in
know,
her
she
eyes.
glows.
You're glowing. You have glitter.
Because I'm here with you.
Is that what happened?
She's a well-trained attorney.
Can you see that? Right? Yeah. So I'm saying, what you do? You took the powder and you
You
blew
know
it
what?
in
I
the air?
haven't even done my pixie dust yet today.
I noticed. I thought
hid
you
it.
did that.
I hid it because sometimes people take things.
And the other thing is, Johnny, there was a candy sent by Linda Horner and I for Valentine's, Secret
yes, now,
Valentine's,
Mike.
and
I think I ate it.
and Dawn ate it. And she was nice enough to leave your name on the table without the candy in it. So
We'll get Johnny another one.
there's one on the table here that's hers. I'm going to give you that.
You know what? I've hidden the cookies and the candy somewhere. I feel like for Passover, you hide the afikomen. I have hid the cookies and the candy within our studio somewhere. So
You
those-
hide the what?
The cookies and the candy. The
Why?
afikomen.
What's that?
Matzah.
Passover matzah. You hide it for the kids to find and then they get a prize. But because people come in and they leave their trash here, I hide the afikomen within our studio.
So you hide the matzah?
Yes, but here I
Why?
hid the cookies and the candy. It's not Passover.
But why do you hide it?
So the kids go. It's a game.
They go and find
Oh, they
it.
go find it.
Yes, and then they get a prize.
Or money.
They hide crackers.
I know.
You didn't know that? No. I knew that because I did a gig once and I had to hide the matzah. Those are those crackers.
Yeah.
I had to hide it because we hid the Easter eggs. So they said, wait a minute, it's not fair. So I had to do both. So you should have seen me hiding these things. How do you hide matzah in a giant farm? It was just, every animal came to eat. It was just crazy.
gosh.
Is that another job?
It was another job.
They put you to work again.
They put me to work down at the, it was actually in Hollywood at the farmer's market down there. I got that thing to tell you, but that was crazy.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you so
Stacy.
much.
Thank you, Bibi and Reed and Lindsay and Johnny. We've got Michael from Designer Liners just walked in. Everyone, please be kind to each other. I say it every day. Be kind, have compassion, and you know what? Come together as a community because that is the silver lining if there is one. We'll see you tomorrow,
Hold
same
on.
time, same place. And tomorrow,
What are we doing tomorrow? Yes.
tomorrow we have a live studio audience open. We're doing Fitness Friday with Deb Barcelona of Deborah Size and Tammy Nutrition. We're doing pre-food workout, and post-food workout.
Oh, wow.
And if you want to bring in some real sugar, we'll talk about how that metabolizes better than the Splenda. and the
Tomorrow's Friday.
aspartame.
She can't be here.
Okay.
She
another
goes to
day.
school, work, and everything.
She's shaking her head. But please be
But wait a
kind to
minute,
each other.
I got
Yes.
another question.
Okay.
Tomorrow, why are you rushing off? It's social media. You
I'm
can be on
sorry.
all day. Don't worry about it. Drink some coffee.
I need some
We're not
pixie
getting
dust.
We're not getting off the air. Tomorrow, also, I think Jamie's going to be on, right? Handcuff is going to be
I'm
here.
waiting to find out.
So we're going to talk exercise, CBD oil, and that stuff?
Anti-inflammatories.
Really? Because I just want you to know that I just took my last CBD.
I was going to say that's an empty bag.
I just took I took the last one.
Yes, Handcuffed Jamie will be here with Live Love CBD. We're hoping.
Now we can go.
We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Please, please be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.